Today, we're diving deep into a story from the very, very beginning of time. And this isn't just any story. It's about the origin of a sacred kind of knowledge. It's a journey from total cosmic confusion to absolute divine clarity. And it was experienced by none other than the creator of the universe himself. Our journey kicks off with this kind of cryptic line from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, looking at it, you might just see a list of names, but it's actually a key, a secret code, if you will, that unlocks a really profound and closely guarded wisdom. It's called the Bhagavata Dharma. And get this, it's a wisdom so powerful, it's said to be almost impossible to fully understand. So who actually has the key to this knowledge? Who's in on this cosmic secret? Well, according to the text, the full, complete understanding of this ultimate truth is known by only 12 beings. That's it. In the entire universe, just 12. And here's the lineup. These are the 12 Mahabhagavatas, the great devotees. It's an incredible list. We've got divine sages, enlightened kings, and yeah, you're seeing that right, even the Lord of Death, Yamaraj. He's actually the one speaking the verse we just saw. But the one we're going to zero in on today is the very first name on that list, Lord Brahma, the creator. He was the first one to ever receive this knowledge, and his story, well, it's amazing. So you might be thinking, the creator of all worlds? Why would he, of all people, need this special wisdom? I mean, shouldn't he already know everything? Well, that's exactly what makes his story so fascinating. It's this epic quest for answers that started before time even began, in a state of just total isolation and confusion. So let's just set the scene. I want you to try and imagine this. Before there were any stars, or planets, or any of us, there was just this enormous, endless cosmic ocean. It's just pure potential, you know? But nothing's actually happened yet. And in this infinite ocean, there's the one single divine source, Lord Narayana, just resting. He's the origin point of, well, everything. He's the source of it all, the cause of all causes. So when the moment for creation finally arrives, something incredible happens. A magnificent, glowing lotus flower just starts to emerge from Lord Narayana's navel. Imagine this thing, just unfolding its petals and lighting up all that darkness. This single lotus was about to become the birthplace of the entire universe. And right there, sitting on that lotus flower, Lord Brahma just appears. He's born into a completely empty, silent universe. There's no welcome party, no instruction manual, no what to expect when you're creating a cosmos, nothing. He is utterly and completely alone. Can you even imagine that? Your very first thoughts are the most massive questions you could possibly ask. Who am I? Where did I even come from? And what is this lotus I'm sitting on? It's the ultimate identity crisis, and it launches him on his very first great quest. So what does he do? He tries the logical thing. He thinks, okay, I'll just travel down the stalk of this lotus to find its root. Simple enough, right? Except he searches for thousands of divine years. That's a timescale our minds can't even begin to process. And after all that time, what does he find? Absolutely nothing. The stalk just goes on forever. He returns to the top of the lotus, exhausted, defeated, and humbled. And this is the key moment. His external search was a total failure. It taught him that some answers, well, you can only find them by turning inward. And that failure, that was the absolute turning point. He tried everything he could think of. He'd exhausted all his options. And now he was finally ready to just listen. This is when his real education was about to begin. As he sat there, just contemplating everything, an unseen, divine voice suddenly echoed in the silence. It gave him one single command, just one word, tapas. And what this means is perform penance, engage in deep, focused spiritual discipline. The message was crystal clear. The answer isn't out there, it's in here. And Brahma took this command seriously. For 1,000 more divine years, he sat in a state of perfect, single-minded meditation. He focused his entire being, his whole consciousness, on the source of everything. I mean, that's some serious commitment, and it showed he was truly ready for the answer.
And all that devotion? It paid off, big time. Lord Narayana was so pleased with his penance that he appeared to him and revealed the ultimate secret. He didn't just give him a map. He gave him the spiritual source code of the universe, all packed into 4 essential verses. This is the famous Chatushloki Bhagavaka, the very heart of this divine knowledge. And along with this incredible knowledge came an even more powerful promise. Lord Narayana basically told him, if you truly internalize these 4 truths, you will never be subject to confusion or illusion again. Ever. You can create entire universes over and over, and you will never lose your way. I mean, just think about that. The crucial point here is that this knowledge grants you an unwavering, rock-solid clarity. So Brahma gets this incredibly personal, universe-defining revelation. But the story doesn't just stop there. True wisdom isn't meant to be hoarded. It's meant to be shared. And this is how that knowledge began its long journey to the rest of the world. The best way to picture it is like a pure river of knowledge. It starts at the source, with Lord Narayana. From there, it flows to the first recipient, Lord Brahma. Brahma then passes this profound wisdom onto his worthy son, the celestial sage Narada. Narada, the great traveler, then acts as a messenger, delivering it to the master compiler, Vyasa. And finally, Vyasa teaches it to his own son, Shukadeva, who is the one that narrates it for the benefit of the entire world. A perfect, unbroken transmission of wisdom. So you might be wondering, how did 4 verses become this huge, massive text? Well, it's really like the difference between a single seed and a giant forest. The sage Vyasa took that seed, those 4 essential, super concentrated verses that were given to Brahma, and he expanded on them. He elaborated, he told stories, he explained the philosophy, and he turned that tiny seed of knowledge into the vast, sprawling forest of 18,000 verses that we know today as the Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so what's the big takeaway from all this? What should we remember from this cosmic origin story? First, true knowledge isn't something you can just force. It has to be earned through humility, sincerity, and that deep inner focus, especially after your own plans fail. Second, this knowledge is incredibly practical. It's meant to give you ultimate clarity, even when you're dealing with the most complex tasks. Third, wisdom is meant to be shared, passed down through a trusted chain of teachers. And finally, always remember that the entire vast Srimad Bhagavatam all grew out of just 4 foundational truths. And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. This knowledge was powerful enough to anchor the mind of the being responsible for creating entire universes, protecting him from illusion and confusion. Now, if it holds that kind of power for him, what kind of clarity, what purpose, and what profound truths could it potentially reveal to us in our own lives?